Have you ever wondered why no matter how hard you work or how much money you make, that same money always seems to slip right through your fingers? Well, sis, let me tell you something. It might not actually be your hustle. It might not even be your budget. Your problem, what's actually keeping you broke, it might just be your mental health. And today we're going to break down how your mental well-being is directly connected to your wallet and what we can do about it. Hi, I'm Dr. DeeDee Wednesday, therapist, mommy, and motivator. And if you're someone who's constantly grinding, but your bank account just doesn't reflect all that working, grab a chair, take a seat, and let's get into it. First up, let's talk about anxiety and avoidance and how it's messing with your money. Listen, when anxiety kicks in, avoidance surely follows. And that doesn't always mean running away from your house or running away from your responsibilities or leaving your bills behind. Sometimes that avoidance looks like refusing to open your bank app or refusing to open your bills and just kind of letting them pile up on the counter. Because the truth is, you're scared to even look at them bills. You're afraid that the number highlighted in red at the bottom, I've been there, no judgment, is bigger than you think. And you're afraid that that number, you're just not gonna have it to pay. But instead of opening it, seeing what the number is and making a plan, you avoid it. You toss it on the counter and let it be tomorrow's problem. And here's the thing, sometimes that anxiety doesn't even start in adulthood. Sometimes that anxiety that causes us to let those bills kind of stack up on the table or on the counter, it starts in childhood. Listen, if you grew up in a household where money was just a little tight and your parents were constantly saying, we don't have it right now, wait till I get paid, you might just be carrying that very same lack mindset as an adult. And now every bill looks like a threat and you're scared to open it, so you avoid it. And while anxiety only convinces you to look away, the truth is avoiding it is really just keeping you stuck. But you know what ain't stuck? That interest. The longer those bills sit over there on that counter, that interest is climbing. And your fears are being validated because the longer that bill sits over there and the higher that interest collects, that number is actually getting higher, just like you were afraid of. The second thing. Now let's talk about anxiety's mean, nasty little cousin, depression. And while anxiety convinces you to avoid the bills, depression drains all your energy so that even the simplest little financial task, it feels like climbing a mountain. And that lack of energy, well, that'll just keep you in survival mode instead of where you need to be, in planning mode. And then there's the spending. You see, depression oftentimes lowers our energy, makes us feel sad and down. And what do we do when we're sad and down? We emotionally spend. We start spending money we don't have by emotionally shopping. And these days we're doing it completely unconsciously. We're scrolling Amazon, we're scrolling TikTok shop. I know y'all be buying stuff because I be having a little orange cart. Y'all be buying stuff for me, so I know y'all be buying stuff. And all of a sudden it's fall and sets and boots and hats and burgundy and all of the fall things, child, that you bought last year. Now it's a ribbed set and you need a whole new one. And whether you think so or not, the truth is sometimes emotional shopping also looks like grabbing takeout. It looks like stopping at a restaurant on the way home instead of cooking the food you have at home. Because something about getting fast food or going out to a restaurant or buying something off TikTok shop or Amazon makes you feel better. It allows you to live in a place that's not even real. Because every time you make one of those small little purchases, you get a dopamine rush. A quick little burst of feel good. And all of a sudden you feel rich even though you broke. And your depression has convinced you that feeling rich is better than having a couple dollars in the bank. And you'll take that little dopamine hit that you get from grabbing some food or buying another burgundy ribbed set off the TikTok shop. Side note, how many matching sets do you actually need, girl? And let's be honest, when the packages show up, you open them, you get another little dopamine rush, and then what? The truth is, the comfort fades and you're left with more clutter and less money. And I'm not here to judge because the truth is, I've been there. That's how I know that you're there. And when it comes to depression, it's not about being irresponsible. It's about being exhausted and wanting to find something to make you feel better. But that something, that shopping that you're using to make yourself feel better, sis, in the long run, it's only going to make you feel worse. Now let's talk about what's really going on with a lot of us. Because you see, a lot of us aren't suffering from anxiety. A lot of us aren't actually living with depression. A lot of us have put our self-worth into trying to be fly. A lot of us are growing broke because we're insecure. And instead of unpacking that insecurity, we're living a fake identity. We're pretending to be somebody that we're not. We're pretending to have more money than we actually have. We're living beyond, way beyond our means. Just like Mama Nim used to say, the problem isn't that you're sad. The problem isn't even that you don't make enough money. The problem is you trying to keep up with the Joneses, because there's a real part of you that doesn't feel worthy as is. And when you don't feel like you're worthy as is, you start spending money you don't have, trying to live a life you don't have, trying to prove something to people who are also trying to prove something to you. Now tell me, what sense does that make? I know so many people, shoot, I'm always going to be honest and transparent. I have actually been some of these people who are buying clothes every week, but you ain't going nowhere. You buying clothes so they can sit in the closet, so that you can say that you have it. Buying handbags and purses so that you can say that you have it. To impress people who probably have less than you do. But because what you're actually missing is self-worth. You'd rather spend your extra money on blonde wigs, fake nails, instead of therapy sessions. What does that mean? It's okay. Just because it was mean, that doesn't make it less true. And what's also true is that we really need to get down to the deeper, truest issue. What's causing you not to love yourself in totality? What is it that's causing you to compare your life and someone else's life and making you feel like you are not enough? Because the truth is, you're not shallow. You're not even that vain. What's really going on is you're trying to fill a gap that's inside with things that are outside. But at the end of the day, sis, no amount of shopping, swiping that card, or ordering things online is going to change how you actually feel about yourself. That's going to take some real work, some real unpacking and processing and digging through some of those childhood wounds to really overcome it. And I think you can overcome it. I did. Okay, so we talked about the problems, we talked about anxiety, depression, and a lack of self-worth. Now, let's get into some encouragement. Let's talk about some of the solutions, because all is not lost. I didn't bring you all the way here just to tell you what's wrong. Let's talk about how to make it right. Because the beautiful thing is, when you start to heal mentally, maybe that money starts to heal too. Let me give you 3 realistic ways to make the shift. 3 things you can actually do. Number 1, pick a day. Pick a money day. For me, my money day is Mondays. Money day Monday. I don't care if you think it's corny. It works, okay? So what you do on your money day, and if you're like me, on your money day Monday, you check your balances. You check your balances, you pay your bills, and you make your budget for the week. Having a scheduled day like this takes the fear out of it, right? Because now we have a routine. We don't have to worry about it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the other days, because we know I only have to think about it on Monday. And once I can check those boxes on my money day Monday, I don't have to think about it again. And as you continue to follow this routine once a week, you kind of have an understanding of what your numbers actually look like. And you don't have to be afraid that they're going to be bigger than they really are. Number 2, pause before you buy. I didn't say don't buy ever. I said pause before you buy, okay? So the next time you're adding something to your cart or you're walking through the mall, do people still go to the mall? Anyway, the next time you're scrolling online and wanting to add something to your cart, take a pause and ask yourself, am I buying this because I want it, or am I buying it because I want them to know that I have it? And since that one question can stop a lot of impulse spending. Because as soon as you start to realize that you're buying things that you might not even like, and let's be honest, the moment you start realizing that you've been spending your hard-earned money, because I don't know about you, every dollar I have, I earned. That you have been spending your hard-earned money on things that you probably don't even really like. You're just wanting to be liked and to impress other people. Oh yeah. Saying that out loud to yourself, that will shake things up. That will create a shift. And number 3, if you're anything like me and very, very competitive with yourself, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start a small wins jar or box or any kind of container. I like a jar because I can kind of see the paper inside kind of stacking up, and that makes me feel good. Okay, so every time you do something good with your money, even if it's a small thing, even if it's paying a bill on time, skipping an impulse buy, or even sticking to your budget for the week, every time you have a small win, you get to put a couple dollars in the jar. But don't get carried away, okay? If you paid your bill on time, don't put $200 in the jar. You didn't earn $200, girl. Slow down. If you pay your bill on time, maybe put $10 in the jar. If you stick to your budget for the whole week, maybe put $20 in the jar. Make it reasonable and realistic to your real life and to your own real money. You might have $200 to put away, but chances are, if this video is resonating with you, you don't.
You ain't got no money. I didn't mean to come at you like that.
Okay? So be realistic with yourself and really consider what you have to spare for your small wins. And as your jar fills up, treat yourself. Treat yourself to something small, but also fun. If you're like me, get yourself a little candle, a cute little pair of earrings, something small but fun, something that's not going to break the bank, but you'll still get that little rush of dopamine. After all those small wins, you kind of deserve a little dopamine rush. Okay, if this video spoke to you, I would love for you to hit the like button. It helps more people like us with similar issues who are also trying to go find our little community. And don't forget to subscribe, and also share this video with a friend, someone who needs a little bit of a reminder. Watch your mental health and watch your pockets, girl. Because it really is a vicious cycle. When your mental health is bad, your pockets are bad. And I don't know about you, when my pockets are bad, my mental health is bad. And over and over and over and over again in a cycle, just like that. But now you got some tools and a couple little tricks to kind of break that cycle. Because at the end of the day, girl, I don't want to be the only one in the community with a little coin. I want you to have a little coin. I want you to have some tucked away, because in a year or two, this little community is going to be a big community. And we're going to go on a couple girls trips. You don't want to come? I want you to come. You're going to need some money to come. You see what I did there? I'm manifesting growth for me, for you, for all of us. Because if I'm rich, we all going to be rich, okay? Because we are building a community of mentally wealthy women and financially free women, one sis at a time. So don't forget to like, comment, and absolutely please make sure you subscribe, because it helps us build this great little community of growth so we can all grow together. And as always, sis, I love you, and I hope you have an amazingly blessed day. Mwah. I'm looking for, yeah, it's that bird in the VIP.